show gets into the modern day relationship, whether it's dealing with life, marriage, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, work-life balance, the whole 9 yards. Welcome to Keeping It Real, because we keep it real right here on the show. My name is AJ Kwakosap, and I'm here with the lovely Miss Judy.
Hey, AJ.
How are you?
I'm good, lady in red.
I know. Today I decided to do a one block color. Oh. Maybe the wicked on my mind is what is causing me to wear it. And of course, the lovely Queen Nkem Okoye. Hi, Queen.
Hiya.
How are you? And also joining us, we have Kofi Nanye.
Yes.
Nanye.
Yes.
Okay, I got it right, yes? Yeah. Okay, wonderful. He is the managing director of Mood Seasons. What is Mood Seasons?
Only the best perfumes around.
Okay, all right, we'll get into that. Queen, of course, is an entrepreneur, an actress, and a content creator. And Miss Judy is an all-round badass. And together, we're going to ensure that we get into the topic of abstinence. Because we've all had that A for abstinence, B, be careful, C, condom use, have we? That's the ABC of what is, or something like that. But most important, how's your week been? Let's start with that. How's your week been, Miss Judy? Since the last time I saw you.
I think it's been good.
It has?
Better than last week, yeah.
Okay.
It's been calm.
Okay. It's been calm, okay. Queen, how's your week been?
Kind of busy.
Busy, okay,
yes.
okay.
Kind of busy and stressful as well.
And Kofi, how's your week been?
It's been terrible.
Oh my. Why?
I think people just woke up and decided they wanted to get on my nerves.
Yes, Accra has
one
a
of
way
those
of
things,
getting
so-
that. Yeah, people just wake up and say, "I will test you today." Today I've been tested so many times, but I said, "Not today, Satan, not today." And now we'll talk about testing in relationship, because sometimes intimacy is largely like a part of the relationship. After you get to know someone, you decide that you want to start a journey, a committed relationship with this person. We're talking about committed relationships in this particular sense. And then you decide that, you know what, it's time to take it the next step, be intimate with a person. Then the other party says, not now. Or perhaps they say, let's wait till marriage. And you're like, I didn't sign up to wait till marriage, but now you have to figure out, this is something they want, so you have to figure out if you choose to stay with it or not. But are you for the idea, and we'll get into our story shortly, tasting before sampling the goods before you buy? Are you all for it or against that? I'm looking at you, Kofi.
I've never bought a good without trying it on first. I don't expect the most important good, in quotes, that I've ever had in my life,
for the rest of your life,
to be someone I've not tried and tested. I'm just saying, doesn't
you
make
need
sense.
to ensure that you are compatible in all aspects.
You're telling me that I have to commit to you forever without trying?
But the weight is part of the package,
Forever, as in no refunds.
The more you wait,
Like no refunds.
the more you wait, it's sweeter.
Yeah.
It's
That's not
sweeter
true.
in the tasting.
That's not
because
true.
you've never
There are
touched
some
it.
people you're so attracted to, and you know that after you have sex, like that's it.
What language
but-
are you speaking? no, what is this? Do you know, I was wondering why I was, like, when they said I should come and show, I was like, wait, hold on. This topic has to be something that will grind my gear.
Yeah, absolutely.
And as soon as I saw it, I was like,
yeah,
of
we
course.
want you to like, if you're put in a situation where the person is a 10 in everything, they
No one is above being tried. No, hold on. There's no level.
What is your criteria of a woman? Okay, one, she's beautiful, she can cook.
Yeah,
If
she
she
loves
can't
herself.
cook, if she can't cook,
If she can't cook, then she better be very good at delegating to people that can.
Okay, I
I'm
agree
okay
with that.
with it.
I like that.
Yeah.
that. Okay.
Yeah?
All right.
As long as the love is felt in every meal, that's no
you
problem.
feel it from.
Absolutely.
It will be virtual.
So that's
but
one.
Yeah.
Number two, a woman that loves herself.
Okay.
If she's still trying to figure out how to love herself, I'm not a hero.
Okay. You can't fix what
No.
you've not
That's
broken.
You know, my list is gone. Let's just go with those two. For now.
Okay. Not be me breaker. Why you want to fix it?
Okay, but the third one, which I think is very important, which maybe even stems from loving yourself. is a girl that likes to look good.
A girl that likes. Okay, you must look good. You must love yourself, and most importantly, you must be able to cook.
Know how to handle.
No.
Okay.
Know how to handle.
Or know how to delegate.
Everything that you're
make
telling
sure
me
there's
to
a meal
commit
at
to.
home.
Everything you're telling me to
You have to
commit
be able to do
You have to be able to be good at it.
Okay. So then, if the person is knocking all these boxes and more,
Yes.
she knows how to make her own money.
Yep.
She knows how to look good. She
doesn't even have to know. She doesn't have to know how to
God.
make her own money if she doesn't want.
It's a bonus.
Yes.
I mean,
added bonus. A very lovely bonus.
Okay. She loves God. She prays for you more than she prays for herself.
Beautiful.
She can delegate how to cook
Beautiful.
to people.
Yeah.
And all the whole 9 yards.
Such a
And she
woman
says-
would never look at me and tell me to abstain from her.
She says, I believe that.
She loves God.
I believe,
No.
I believe
A woman like that, of that quality, would never have the audacity to look at me and tell me.
She says, I've been celibate for the last 5 years.
And now you're with me.
And I want to be.
What's your point?
And I think that I want to keep being celibate till I get married.
Then
And
think again.
I think you are the perfect guy for me, but I'm not ready to get into that.
Well, your perfect guy,
So
does not
consider
feel the
it-
same way.
Wow.
So
This
if
person
you-
is perfect in all. Like she says, that's her deal breaker.
She just said that you're perfect guy, so she also sees me as perfect.
Yes, except
Yeah.
for the fact that you're not agreeing to wait till marriage.
Then you know what? We move on.
Ha! My God, Queen, can you go without sampling the goods? Must you feel out their accoutrements? Must you hold and feel and know, engage and activate how powerful it can
You're
be
speaking
before?
English, calm down. Be calming down. You need the answer, right? If you dey cook soup, they no go taste am. Imagine say I dey prepare.
Sometimes
okra.
have you not cooked when you are fasting before?
Auntie, forget that thing. You don't go tempt me. I got to know the parts and parcels of everything.
Thank you.
You get my point? Forever is a long thing for me to not get it right. Maybe that will be stabbing me or something.
But there's so much you can get, so much fulfillment, enjoyment at the end of marriage.
Auntie be coming down. Tomorrow, nothing past that one.
Just wait 2 years for us to get married.
I won't wait for 2 months.
Hey,
That's the thing for me. No, I don't know about any other person. I start to be correct. But to me,
It's
if
an important part.
If there is something going on for us, I don't need to say, I just get to know you. Let's wait 1 more. 1 more to what? I don't get feelings. I'm waiting they talk. If now that day, the mutual thing enter, we go knock. We move on.
See, this is why we stick with Nigerians.
You get my point. I know they say
They
it's a
say
first
straight as
day
it
or
is.
what. I know they do that kind of shit. And see, shit can happen on a first day. The most important thing, what I feel. Did you feel the same thing? If you feel the same thing, Jama along, Otilo, you don't go. If they get me,
let's go. Miss Jude.
As a Christian woman,
Go there.
Galatians 5
Preach it.
tells me to abstain, to keep my body
Yes.
for Christ.
Hallelujah.
I am not testing. We are keeping ourselves till we get married. It's as simple as that.
So
wow.
where was this?
Where was what?
I would like to also read the script. Where was it?
Galatians. Preach it, my sister.
so
Is
let
that, is that New Testament, Abby?
So
I'll read
now
it.
the works of the flesh are evident. Sexual immorality, impurity, sensuality,
Hallelujah.
sorcery.
Yes.
All should be taken out
Yes.
Thank
if
you.
you want to worship God.
But Jesus was a virgin, so I'd rather get my advice from experience.
No. He waited till he never.
He never had it.
He never
He
had-
waited till he died.
Yes, because he never got
I'm
married.
not going out like that.
So you want to do it
I
before
refuse to go out like that.
because you don't want to go to heaven.
No, but
Do you know what?
No heaven for you.
no be the same Bible say you go have mercy upon who you go have mercy on. So you know they look on that. And
But he
we
says
go shop
keep
am.
your body clean.
keep it clean, my
Clean.
sister.
Keep clean.
Hallelujah.
Away from sexual
You know that
immorality.
if we have to keep our body clean, no sin, how do you think forgiveness comes in? Sometimes
You are
let's-
doing other
let's
things.
be biased.
There are sins that
just
you do
crazy
in your
to me.
thoughts, in your words,
In
in
your-
what
every aspect.
Yes,
Purity. All
but
the
keep
way.
the body.
and
Your
forget
body
that
is
thing.
the temple of God.
Maybe now human being write this Bible.
Now let's get into it. We'll seek your opinions as well. And if I was to have something, I would like to, because as a second male in the studio, I'd like to know what you think as well. But let me get into the story today.
You want to know?
So
We are very interested.
gang. So Hannah And we get into our story for today. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. So Hannah is the kind of woman everyone would go for. She's a good woman. She's caring. She's loving. She's steady and has a good paying job. When she finally resolved to be with me in a relationship, everyone thought she was in for my money. But now everyone knows otherwise because she's fast become the heartthrob of everyone around me. I love her so much. And we're making plans to tie the knot later this year. And because she has plans to finish a top-up course. Everything is perfect, save for one element, the issue of intimacy. We're both very religious and we hold the sacredness of marriage and intimacy very dear. I vowed to God to keep myself for whoever I wanted to marry. And also, I vowed to keep whoever I wanted to marry away from intimacy to tie the knot. So I've kept her in that light. I made a vow to God to keep myself holy until I find the perfect woman for me to marry. She, however, doesn't agree and is always trying to make advances every now and then. To her, the best way to keep your man is to make sure he doesn't go outside for anything, and intimacy is very paramount to her. I also have tried to let her know that of my intent, but she feels I'm avoiding her because I'm getting it from somewhere else, but I'm not. This has sometimes led us to be in arguments when it comes to the vibe we have between us, and it's turning our vibe off. It's a bother because I really love her and I really want to keep being, but I also want to keep being celibate till I marry her. How do I make her understand that I'm not okay being intimate now because of my vow and I'm truly not going anywhere? So this gentleman has a perfect woman, in his opinion, but has made a vow to God. And he has made a vow to his God that he wants to be set. He is refusing to lose it till then. Now, the big question is, what should he do?
You're asking me. Listen.
God. Okay, go ahead.
Is this a real story?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, you know, if he's made his vow to God, that's cool. That's cool. And I think if she can't handle that, there are many men who are available who will be more than happy to, you know, to fulfill the things that she's missing from this man. And you know,
But they both love each other.
They do. But the thing is, you see, when you love someone, you have to love someone in the context of who they are, right? So it's one thing having whatever belief or understanding system you're with, but if you understand the person you're with, you would have had to make that decision a long time ago whether you can handle certain things that might have fallen outside of what your priorities are, right? And now this is the person you're going to marry. This means a very strong thing, even though, yes, of course, you know, it means very much to you that you're holding yourself celibacy and whatever. Clearly, the other side of it is where the sexual intimacy means a lot to her. So if you're adamant on completely boycotting that and pushing off, then you don't really love it. No, you don't. If you're not willing to look at the context of the person you're with, you don't love them as much as you think.
Wow.
No, it's as simple as that. Because there's two of you, right? If you can't have a conversation and come to an agreement with things like that, how are you going to come to agreements with how you're going to raise your kids? How are you going to come to agreements with how you're going to distribute, for example, everything else that goes on in a married life, right? If you can't have a conversation, come to terms with how you're going to meet in the middle in something as trivial or as powerful in whatever, however you want to put it, at this stage, then there's no future for you. So honestly, in my opinion, if she can't handle it, then he should leave. If she can't handle it, then she should leave. Simple as that.
Wow.
There's always options.
Okay, let me come to Queen. Queen, picture you being Hannah. You have a great guy who says, baby, I love you. I want to marry you. In fact, we're planning to get married. I mean, end of the year is coming, December. And our wedding is going to come. Like, I'm going to marry you. However, I have made a vow before I met you with God. Like the way our president made a vow to build a cathedral. It is I couldn't help myself. Anyways, so just like that, I've also made a vow to God. But this time, it doesn't involve money. I don't want government money or your money to build a church. I just want to keep my body for God. I love you and I want to marry you. But respect that. How would you react? I'm afraid to leave you with that. Huh? Genge.
First, I can't be Hannah. I will never be Hannah.
Jesus name.
Till Jesus comes. Do you understand? I'll remain Queen in Kem Okoye. To me, number one, why I cannot be Hannah? Because it cannot be me. You see that storyline? See, sometimes, let's not be deceived, love is not enough. The fact that both of them love themselves so much, I think. All these things, most of the cases we have today of both infidelity in both women and men, even in marriage, most of these things are people that didn't really test life. In my words, in Nigerian pidgin, my sister shop prick. Maybe for not the one way if it's settled with. You feel me? So you really need to ascertain what you are going in for. There's sometimes you love somebody. Let me tell you something. And if I gotta go down with you, and trust me, if I don't like what we had, only me go call bros. I like you, but we can't handle this. I know what I want. I'm one woman, one man. I wouldn't want a situation whereby I'll be with you, but my eye will be somewhere else, or maybe doing so many imaginations in my brain. I don't like that. It's not good for my mental health. So what I should tell her is this: the fact they say they love each other, they are deceiving themselves. Because I didn't see love that cannot compromise. I didn't see that. And thirdly, if the girl cannot start the heat, she should leave, because till tomorrow, sister, test what you want enter. You know, pass like that, and you get why.
Oh my God. Okay. Miss Judy, as a Christian woman, please come through.
It's funny how the devil is using people. The devil has decided to use sex to manipulate people.
Come on.
God said simply, keep yourself, for it is the body of Christ. The man has agreed to, keep himself, and is advising you to do the right thing. And like, you are not okay with it. I don't understand. Like, it's funny how when men say it, like, it's funny. But when the lady says it, it looks like, okay, so it's possible. But when a man says it's like, oh, is it possible that he's going to get it from somewhere and he wants me rather, to wait till we get married and all that? The thing is, God says, keep your body. It's that simple. The man who is supposed to give you pressure to get yourself into something else, is rather okay with it. But you think that you want to do it. Sexual intimacy, it's not sex. There are so many ways of finding out if the deal works or it doesn't. You guys are showering, you are dating, you are showering together.
So
he wakes up in the morning.
So we're together?
Pardon me?
So we're abstaining and showering together.
What's wrong with it?
Okay.
What is, like, I think that intimacy...
Because she said we're refraining from sexual intimacy.
Yes.
That sounds like you are exploring sexual intimacy on different levels, but not penetrating.
Yes, that is sex.
But we just said abstaining from sexual intimacy.
The Bible also says greet one another with a holy kiss, which means...
Go on.
Kissing is not part. It is what kissing leads to that can cause trouble. If both of you have agreed that, we are going to abstain, you know your limits. You know that, when we get to this stage, we have to withdraw.
See, now you're just picking and choosing. So
no, I'm not.
Do you know the funny thing is, I've actually been in a relationship like this before.
And it didn't work. It was nice.
Of course not.
No,
because it didn't work.
I think there are certain times that there are certain times that you know very well that you don't want to cross this line. That at that point, that's the best point ever. At that point that you have not had sex, you guys are thinking about it. That stage is the best part of every relationship.
Isn't there a verse in the Bible that talks about the fact that when you think of something, you're doing it?
No. It means you have sinned.
Paraphrasing.
Like this is, no. You're not
I believe
saying
it's
it right.
the same Bible you're quoting from, but it's something like that, right?
There's something that if you see a woman naked or a man,
and
you think it in your head.
Yes.
This is not they thinking it in their head. They are kissing.
But they're actually doing it.
No, they didn't. So, okay, you've thought about it. But you know that I'm not supposed to go here. so I know where I'm supposed to stop.
So let me just get it straight. So I can shower with her, I can do everything with her, but as long as I don't go the extra mile, I'm okay.
Yeah, of course. You are good.
But I can commit sexual
thing
intimacy
is, you
on
are
smaller
dating.
levels.
No.
But as long as I
You are
don't
dating.
exceed
You
it,
are
I'm
supposed
good.
to know
you
that
can
you are
hold
both
it, you
compatible.
You can kiss, but you just have.
But no
don't
nuts.
go
You
all
are
the
checking
way. Yes.
compatibility.
Yeah, just checking to make sure it works.
So why are we contradicting ourselves
I'm
here, man?
checking to make
Yeah,
sure
no.
everything works.
You're
I
checking
just-
to make sure everything works.
Yes, but I'm just not.
And you're
trying
doing
to-
all but driving the car.
Yes.
And then you
No,
want to
no,
find
no,
out
no,
later
no,
the
no,
car
no.
actually
You
will
are
stop
making
after
the
2
mechanic
kilometers
fix
later.
the car's
So
work.
we don't want to start the car and move the car. We just want to check if the
So
brakes
gears are
work,
neutral.
Oh,
the
yeah.
the gears work, the trafficator or traffic indicator works. Just
And
to
then
make sure
after that, you
the
drive on a
horn,
long journey
the
to
horn
Kumasi.
works.
And then after that, yeah.
when you put a ring on it, I will now drive long distance to Kumasi.
Nah, keep your finger.
As simple as that.
Keep your finger.
Ah, my
Keep your
gosh.
finger. Good.
Oh my
ring.
goodness. Okay, we would love to hear from you as well.
But AJ, are you abstaining though?
See, you see, my thing is,
So that's a no then.
you see, honesty,
We get the point. We get the point.
I would like to, but
No, she wouldn't even like you. That's the crazy thing.
no, like I want to obey the Bible, but you see, if it's forever, yeah.
So it's really money, but it's not me. It can't be you, don't
You
worry.
make a small mistake.
But yeah, I was saying I was in that situation before, but I was younger, but still. And she tried to come up with me with that nonsense of, okay. And she was like, I want to abstain until marriage. And I was like, we're 18.
But then she
At
doesn't
what
want to
point-
give it. She doesn't want to give it to you.
Do you know the crazy thing? We were about to go to university. Now we were in the UK. Me, I had just moved from being caned every second for 9 years in secondary school in Ghana, right? And I've moved to UK. She's been in the UK. So now, all of a sudden, I didn't know any better. Me, I don't know how to talk to girls at this point. So she goes to uni 6 hours away from me, and I go to another uni. It took me a week. I went to them and I said, listen,
This is not gonna work.
no, listen, I need to leave here having experienced what it is like with you. Because when I go back, it's going to be problems. Me, I never look back. After
Wow.
that, I said, a girl tell me I'm going to wait till marriage.
Uh-huh.
To fuck her.
Okay, now imagine if this person is an actual virgin. She wants to keep herself to marriage. And you're not in a position at this point, maybe you're not willing to go the long distance as yet. You're still getting to know her. So she's like, no, until I know it's destined for marriage, or I'm 100% there, or we're about to get married, I'm keeping myself as virgin.
How old is she?
Say 27.
She's not a virgin.
She is. I mean, they're 35-year-old virgins, they're 40-year-old virgins.
I've experienced. Let me
They're
know that.
40-year-old virgins.
40.
Yeah.
They will not find me.
Virgin.
35.
Yeah.
I saw her last year.
They're like 35-year-old virgins. They're 20,
No, thank you.
28-year-old virgins, 29-year-old virgins.
No, thank
Yeah.
you.
So you do not want to be with a virgin.
No.
Have you ever tried to be with a virgin?
No.
Wow.
No, so I'm not, I told you, I'm not a teacher.
Yeah.
I'm not a superhero
You want the person to have known.
go and have some
Found your-
experience.
yeah, and then
You know,
come
look,
back.
look, I'm not. You see, when you go to different levels of school education, yeah, there are schools that are equipped to take beginners. That's why we have nursery, we have reception, we have primary, junior high, senior high. Yeah.
You are a university graduate. You want
Masters.
university. Oh,
Masters.
wow.
No, I need
You need
PhD,
some-
some professional qualifications.
Wow.
I need
Wow.
some. In fact, better if you have 2 degrees and work experience.
Wow.
No, I'm
at least 10 years work experience.
I'm a Big 4 employee.
Okay.
Right? So I expect you to come with something to offer.
PhD is allowed, yeah.
2.
Ooh, on that note. So if you are a beginner, this is not a way to go. This is
No, Nanya is not for
don't-
beginners.
No, don't.
Let the
don't go
record
towards
state. I'm not
that,
for
yeah.
beginners. No, thank you.
No. But ladies, let me ask you, Queen. Can you date a virgin?
You wouldn't.
Great
Don't
guy.
lie. You would not.
Great guy, but can you date a virgin?
You wouldn't.
I won't date a virgin.
Can you date a
Can
virgin?
I date? I cannot.
You cannot date a virgin.
I cannot date.
Miss Judy, can
I
you
think I
date?
can.
You think you can?
Yeah.
Because that person will say yes
wait.
to abstinence.
No, wait. So let's assume that okay, I have the experience. Can you imagine training a guy to be exactly what you want?
Fine.
Yeah, that would be great.
So how do you think that's gonna go?
How's he
It
gonna go?
might be
He's gonna
tricky
learn.
at first, but then he will get into it because you will tailor him into it. So you will describe how
Where
he
have you guys
great.
been getting male advice from?
Okay, let's get into this other story. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm a 29-year-old lady with a very interesting issue. I've been in a committed relationship for the last 8 months with a lovely guy, and it's hopefully leading to marriage. AJ, this gentleman is fantastic. He's attentive, he's kind, he's loving and God-fearing, and began speaking of marriage and is actually planning to meet my family next week to officially declare his intentions and ask for the list and set a date. However, my problem is we are yet to be intimate. I'm a lady who enjoys sex. When I'm with the right guy and I expect to be sexually compatible with the man I'm marrying. Yet I'm not sure if we are sexually compatible as we are yet to have sex. I firmly believe in sampling the product before spending the rest of my life with it. I'm afraid that if I marry him, we truly aren't sexually compatible, I may cheat or be unhappy sexually. Is it wrong for me to know what I am dealing with and if he is truly capable of giving me pleasure before marriage? Am I being unreasonable to ask that we be intimate before marriage? Ladies and gents, shall I sample before I'm forever bound to him?
I feel like she's answered her own question.
Oh, wow.
She's told you that she adores sex. She's telling you that it's one of the most important things to her. Yeah? She's already preempted what she would possibly do if she doesn't get it. She could possibly cheat. She has her answer.
But is it, must you always sample the product?
In terms of her or in general?
In general.
Okay, look.
If you're always sampling, then you sample everybody now.
No. She's talking about sampling him.
Yes.
She's talking about, she's just said he's perfect. Yeah?
Yeah.
In every way, except for that. That's the one thing she's not sure of.
Yes.
So, me, when I'm not sure of one thing, I'll go and find out.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Right? So, you're telling me you've narrowed down all the potential mishaps into one thing. And you're telling me that what? Should I or should I not try and discover what means so much to me? Look, it's going to fail if they don't. You can tell this already. She's talking about coming from a situation where she knows what she likes. She understands her body. She's about to marry a guy that knows nothing about her body. He's already failed 50%. No, he's already failed 50%. You don't know the woman you're going to be with for the rest of your life. You don't know her body. That's it. And there are people out there who are not going to marry her that know her body more than you.
Sweetheart, this is a
That's
lady you are going
crazy.
to marry and spend the entire, the rest of your life with.
You have
the
50 years to
The rest of
explore.
life is not going to happen if you're happy. Look, okay, you guys are on the other side, so you've not had arguments with a female who is in a relationship with you.
Yeah.
Okay, let me tell you something. Most triggers of arguments, yeah, in those situations. Yeah, you can tell me.
Can I?
Why do they happen? No. What's usually missing in that situation?
Me.
No, think about it. There's a certain. I mean, even in chemistry, there are certain hormones released, yeah, when you are actively engaging in sex, which allow for stress release,
Yeah.
which allow for so many things. That's why there's that saying, oh, she's gotten laid today, she seemed happy. You all know those moments where you don't have that person and you come and you're all grumpy here and there.
Yeah.
But that's also the main reason we are stuck in relationships that we want to get out from.
Because
No, the reason
some
why you're stuck in
people
relationship
are
you want to get out of it is because you don't
stigmatized.
communicate. If you wanted to get out of a relationship and you communicate, you'll be out yesterday.
No, but you know
No.
a situation where a lot of times, sometimes some females, because of how good they are getting it from their
Yeah.
men, are unable to leave them, even though they are bad men to them.
Because sex was important to them.
Yes, but they are blinded by it.
Yeah, but it was important to them. So, see, the thing that's important to them is being fulfilled. And that is strong enough to keep them. that tells you that sex is that important to them. And you know what? The idea of going somewhere else where they may not get that same satisfaction scares them. As you've seen with this girl, she's already preempting what will happen. She's telling you, she's giving you a clue. If I'm not getting it the way I like it, I might cheat. She said it. Why is this so complicated?
The fact, and it's not, but then the issue is, this is someone on the other side, the man, who is perfectly okay with holding on till you get married. Okay, question number 2. Do you think, or do you suspect that people may not be all the way right down there? So that's why they would advocate for not sampling or letting you sample. Is there a situation where sometimes the men are not entirely buoyant?
Do you want to go with this? Or, okay. Do you know what?
It's true. Let me tell you.
If you have something to hide, that's when you will now say that. Oh, relax. Let's not do it now. Let's do it later.
If you don't get cockroach in your cupboard, maybe the time when we say, baby, play with it, it will come. Play with it.
So there's always a problem there.
Yes. Because they don't say if you don't enter, they will use for better for worse.
To disturb you.
To shock you.
I'll go something to add after you, but like, think of it this way, right? Think of it this way. If you're saying abstinence is necessary, which is fine. I can see the plausibility of that. That should also imply that if there was a situation like that, and you get married and you find out that he can't do that, you should also be okay with that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And
this is the problem, and this is where you will lose all the people that support you. Because listen, I guarantee you, it will cause problems.
No,
one way or another.
It's true. Can I tell you something? Someone get married, abstain from church. They got married. The night of the wedding, you know that thing literally destroyed the relationship. Their marriage did not stay up to 42 hours.
Huh?
Oh wow, hours.
Or long. You not stay up to 42 hours. Because say all the excitement, get also you also family rich, time to share
enjoy,
the national cake. People they disappoint, they fall hard.
Yes.
The girl come and like say, bros, wait till they walk you. Now this, first of all, this thing.
Ah.
Now if you make we stay 2 years with access, I agree. Okay, Kwali, play with it. It was crazy. That man immediately the girl stood up. She cried, and to the point that she even make it public.
Oh wow!
Because it's all this Bible church,
churches, so it will become a big issue. So she had to
Yeah.
just let them know that.
So
this is
she blew the trumpet, and it was so bad.
But the thing is, marriage is not legal till it's consummated. So I think
so. There will be an annulment.
Yes,
then,
exactly. But I always feel like when there's so much sex, red flags turn to rainbow flags. And it's all in your head. That's all you see. The person, you see the person, and like all your feelings. What you enjoyed the night before. That's your brain is clouded. But if you're abstaining and there's intimacy, like I always feel like that point of knowing that you want that person, but you're not having it, is the best feeling ever. When you're dating someone before you have sex, with all the hormones running, and imagine keeping this feeling for months before you get married, and that night you think it's that special for both of you, you're going to release it. That's like everything. I understand that, yes, we would want to sample, we want to test everything and all, but then again, the word of God speaks.
You know what? Yeah.
Oh my God! Preach it, my sister. Preach it. Oh my goodness. So okay, it's a hard no from you, Nanye.
It's not even a question.
Oh, wow.
No, it's not even a question. It's not even a question. Look, if we want to start living in and do you know what I think also as well, sometimes you have context is a very interesting, it's a very important thing because it doesn't matter what your belief is. Because if the other person doesn't feel the same way, then you're at loggerheads. That's it. And what usually happens is the guy, especially if they don't have maybe the self-confidence in themselves, will say, okay, you know, if that's what you want, I'll do it. They don't do it because they want to do it. Yeah, guy, we aren't built like that. If we were like that, we were like that up until we were 13. Listen, for most guys, they can attest to this. From the age of 13 to 15, all that just went out the window. We're not built for that physically. We're not built to comport ourselves in that situation, right? So for us, at the end of the day, you know, why complicate something that doesn't need to be complicated? You're telling us about all these things where, you know, to abstain, but you can be in the shower naked, but don't do anything. You can do all these things to a point. That's just complicated. That's just complicated. No, it's complicated. It really is.
No.
Because all you're doing is it's like you're taking yourselves to the edge.
Yeah, you're kind of
You're enjoying
And
each
then-
other's
no.
presence to the fullest.
Usually the girl is enjoying. The person whose idea it is enjoying. The other person who's along for the ride is hoping that, you know what, you might change your mind in the middle of it. Yeah, that's the reality. Me, I'm telling you what guys
definitely.
think. So no, guys don't think, oh yeah, you know. And you usually look. I know we have an example of a story of the guy abstaining, but let's be real. That's not a common situation. It's usually the other way around.
Other way around. Yeah.
And usually, if a guy is heeding to what the girl has said, it's only because he wants to keep her. But I'm telling you, at the back of his mind, he is hoping it changes. And let me tell you something. If he's comfortable with you, okay, with that, then someone else is
enjoying
giving it to him. Very much so.
Wow.
If he's not asking you about it, someone's giving it to him. Very much so. And you know what? You deserve every satisfaction he's getting elsewhere.
Wow.
Because the thing is, you have to think that that's a possibility. You have to be aware that that's a possibility. If you're not giving the man that you're telling that he should commit to you everything that he can have at home, if you're not giving that to him and someone offers that to him, honestly, you have no leg to stand on.
The devil is using you all.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. But Miss Judy, now this is two situations where firstly the gentleman is unhappy because the woman keeps forcing for an opportunity to sample. She feels that in order to keep him, I need to let him be stuck on me intimately. Now, on the other hand, we have our lady who wants to sample it. It could even probably be even her sending it, the reverse Uno card, who actively wants to sample it, but the man is also a little reluctant to give in. How do you navigate this?
You know, most times it is when you two are alone that all these thoughts come into your mind. So I think in each of the situations, they should get themselves involved in other activities that
Like church.
Reading Bible.
not just reading Bible. Even if you are not like
Solving
Bible
puzzles.
believing people or
Yeah.
not Christians and you really want to abstain, it is only when you are in the room alone,
Yeah.
mingle, go out, have other fun activities that doesn't involve you just being alone in the house and having all these funny thoughts. I believe in abstinence.
Clearly.
Yes. I also believe in the fact that if people cannot stay away from it, the Old Testament somewhere says that, okay, so I believe that, you know, when they wrote that the person had the person before they got married in the Bible, I want to believe that they had sex before. So I want to believe if I am with you and we mistakenly do that, mistakenly fall into each other's
How
other
do you have
places.
sex by mistake?
We do. Sometimes as you are showering and things start hitting other
And it
places.
accidentally
Yeah, and the
happened.
man mistakenly pushes it somewhere it's not supposed to enter. And he doesn't want to pull out.
That sounds
No,
oddly
let me continue.
specific.
So when it's
Very
a mistake,
specific.
Very
but
specific.
you are both committed to
It's like
going to the end
you've
of the
seen that
journey,
happen
getting
before.
married, as in not sampling other people. I believe at the end, God will forgive you for all the sins that you've done
Wow.
by testing.
So he'll forgive you anyway.
So why not sample?
Okay, so assume that. No, let's assume that I sample with you
Okay.
and it doesn't work.
And then you move to the next
I
person.
moved to how many people am I going to
No,
sample?
but you're
if I get
dating the
married?
person. You're dating the person.
Dating is not an avenue to explore each other's bodies.
But you're
you.
getting.
It's an avenue
She's talking
to
about a situation
get
where you're
to
about
know
to
each
get
other.
married to the person. By the way, right? You've already in this scenario, you've already decided that this person is perfect in every way.
But he may not be the one.
Then you know what? Be alone.
I mean, you they look good. If you no go mind, I go love to sample you. If you take off, you they look so fresh. Blow my mind, I go love to handle you.
You is a perfect song for this. Are you willing to sample or you can't? Faculty has something to say about this particular one. And as a second male audience, would love to hear your opinion. Can you, faculty, get closer to mic? Okay. Can you be with someone who is saying that let's wait till marriage? Okay.
See, you're talking about, it's like, for example, hiring an employee without an interview.
It's always done.
Yeah? And how does that go?
Sometimes they are good.
Is it fair to everyone else?
Sometimes they are
No,
good.
is it fair to everyone else?
It
Would the Bible
life is
say
not
that it's fair? Would the same Bible say that it's fair to maybe prejudice against
Certain people have grace. That
People have
is
what?
favor. Grace and favor.
grace and favor?
That you
Then you
enter
know
that
what?
office.
I will use my grace and favor to sample, and I'll be fine.
Oh my goodness. Will you sample? Will you not? Well, on the 28th of December, come and join us. Let us sample together. And we'll be sampling music before you even think or anything. So great music, good talk, and everything else. It will be a party for the season. I'm talking about the 3FM All White Party, featuring Stoneboy, Manifest, Aquabwa, KK Fusu at the La Palm Royal Beach Hotel on the 28th of December. from 7 p.m. Inviting you to join us. Let's have a blast at the ultimate December party. It'll be one for the books, ladies and gentlemen, one for the books. To get your tickets, call 0531 100927. That's 0531 100927. Let's party at the 3FM all-white party. Now, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's been a very heated one. So final thoughts before we wrap it up. To sample or not to sample? Nanye.
Nothing great ever landed in the home of a believer without being sampled.
Hallelujah. Queen, to sample or not to sample? Open and close.
Damn.
Miss Jude, to sample or not to sample?
Sexual tension is more pleasurable than sex itself. Simple.
Preach it.
Temptation more pleasurable than the act. Spoken like a
Holy
true
Ghost,
devil.
it's fire.
Spoken like a true devil.
And me, I think if it's worth the Charlie sample, why? Thank you all for being tuned in. We had a very amazing conversation with Nanye. Kofi, Mood
Seasons.
Mood Seasons.
Yes,
It's a
indeed.
perfume.
It is.
Different
Perfume.
types of perfumes
Oh,
with different notes
The
and.
very best.
Okay,
You
so where
didn't
can we
bring
get
sample?
it?
I
I'm
actually
surprised.
Oh, I'm
Of
shy.
course I did.
Okay, you can make
You,
it.
you didn't ask.
Oh, we're sorry. We're
We are
sorry.
here, please,
We're
you
sorry.
asked.
Yeah. So how can we get Mood Seasons?
Well, you can go onto our website, www.moodseasons.com.
Okay.
We're on Instagram as well, moodseasons_fragrances.
Oh,
I am also on Instagram, Mr_moodseasons.
wonderful.
And sample.
Alrighty, got it. And of course, we will have a repeat on Saturdays from 3 to 4 p.m. right here on 3FM 92.7. And of course, on podcast as well. We will be uploading this episode on the 3FM podcast channel on, I think, Apple, Spotify, Boomplay, everywhere else. So please catch this and more and share it on to your friends and tell them every Tuesday at 7 p.m. we gather to talk everything and more on Keeping It Real. I did it with Nanya Kofi, Queen. Always amazing having you here, Queen. You look lovely, by the way. And Miss Jude. My name is AJ Faculty. I did it with DJ Faculty, the man with the music and the music shade. Join us next week. Shout out to you, Salma. Next week, you're going to come on and then talk about it. We'll be back next week with more. Until then, keep listening to 3FM.
Thank you, I did the waka waka.